Myself, Don's here again. Going to be giving you something a little bit different. Today we're going to be giving our Aston Villa ratings for the season so far. Now, we're at game week 11 now, and with Aston Villa's game against Newcastle getting called off, I thought, right, cool, this is the perfect time to go back and look at the season and look how the players have been performing, who's been doing well, who hasn't been doing so well. So, yeah, Aston Villa, we've played 9 games. The majority of the other teams have played 10. By the time this video comes out, it will be 11. So, yeah, for us now at the moment, we're sitting 10th place after 9 games. So we've got a game in hand, but we've won 5 and lost 4, and draw with none. We've scored 20 goals, conceding 13 in 9 games, keeping 4 clean. Get my words out. Keeping 4 clean sheets. So yeah, just on reflection, if you just look at it, if you just look at the raw table and you see that Aston Villa are 10th place after the amount of games, it's not too bad, is it? I mean, I'm not sure where he was last year, but I know it's a much better start from then, and I guess progress is progress when you consider like we stayed in by the skin of our teeth on the last day of the season. But yeah, cool. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, and yeah, even if you're not new but you haven't subscribed, go and do that. Yeah, that'll be much appreciated, and you can keep up to date with all the videos that I release and turn on post notifications. Cool, let's get into it. So yeah, we'll just go through the squad. So starting in goal, Martinez, who's been ever present in goal for Villa, keeping 4 clean sheets. He saved a penalty on his first game against Sheffield United when it was 0-0, so that was key, and yeah, he's really proven his worth, and I'm gonna score him a 9 out of 10. And yeah, I think even if you look at the games that we have lost, I think a lot of the times it's been goals where he has had nothing to do. It's been a result of poor defending in front of him. So yeah, 9, been a top quality signing, and yeah, long may it continue. Moving on to right back, and we'll start with Matty Cash, and yep, another ever present in the team. Yeah, for me, he scores. It's got to be a 9 again for Cash, and yeah, what's key for him is that he's made the most tackles in at 25, and he's made the most interceptions at 27. With the interceptions, he's clear by a long way. I think the next one is Douglas Luiz on like 16. So he's been dominant on that right hand side, and he's really made it his own in his debut season in the Premier League, and I think he's got an assist also. So yeah, I mean, Cash, I've been impressed with him. But I think the only real off day he's had was the Leeds one, where Harrison did cause him problems. But even then, I said in my video, I feel like Harrison caused him problems, but at the same time, he did have a good game. So it was a weird one, but I think just he was left so open and always left one-on-one that it was inevitable from time to time he was going to get found out. But no, been really impressed with him so far. Al Mohammadi, he's played 3 games this season. They've all been off the bench, so not really been too much to go off. So it's just going to be a standard 5 out of 10 for Almo. Gilbert hasn't played, so I won't give him a score. I'm a fan of him now. I did like him last season, so yeah, I'm not too sure as to why he's been frozen out like this, but I'm guessing obviously Dean sees what he sees in training. So yeah, Targett in that left back, he scores a 7 for me. Now, yeah, the Villa fans I've spoken to don't seem to be very fond of Targett. I mean, Stefman referred to it in my previous video, but yeah, he's not the first Villa fan that says it. And I always say to people, what's key to remember about Targett is, yes, how old is he? He's 25, 26 years old. Yes, he's been at Southampton for a long while, but last season was actually his first full playing season being a regular in the team, and that's bound to he's got to have some period to sort of find his feet, and I think he kind of did. He's in a new team. It was his first season, and this year, the year after, we will continue to see Targett get better and better as the rest of the squad are showing. So no, Targett for me I'm cool with him. I'm cool. What the problem lies is the fact that next one we'll move on to Taylor. I'll give him no ranking because he hasn't played, but it's the backup and the competition that Targett has, which is very minimal. Moving on now to Mings, and yeah, Mings for me. I've spoken about Mings all season, and I think I'm starting to see why Bournemouth were happy to let him go, because yes, there is definitely a good player there. Yes, he has all the attributes, but he does lack something. I don't know whether that's concentration, mentally, awareness, but a couple of times he has cost us some goals and games even. But then you got to conclude the fact that he is a dominant force. He is a leader back there. He has chipped in with 2 goals also. But we're now talking about an England international, and yeah, my rating for Mings is a 5 out of 10. In contrast to Konsa, who, similar to the whole of the back four, they've all played every game, nine games. Konsa's scored 2 goals. He's proved so he's a threat in both boxes. He's dominant in our box, dominant in headers, and yeah, he's got our most clearances in the team, 44, which is like, I think, 12 more than Mings. So for me, Konsa, he's been quality, and I've heard people talking about England call up, and I think if he keeps playing the way he's playing, if we keep getting clean sheets, then it's only a matter of time, isn't it, really? But yeah, for me, Konsa scores at 8. Been quality. Really, really impressed with him. Love him. He's come on so much since he signed for us, and yeah, good bit of business there. The other 2 centre-backs that we have, Engels and House, their score, no rating for me. They haven't played as yet. Engels, I don't think he's been in a match day squad. I'm not sure if I think he's still fighting from some injuries. And yeah, same for House, hasn't featured either. Moving to the midfield now, and we'll start with the man who's been ever present at the base of our midfield, Douglas Luiz. He's chipped in with 1 assist this season, and yeah, I think he's really he's rounded off his game, and he's found a level of what's the word to say? A consistent level of performance, I would say. In that, probably hasn't had many 9 or 10 out of 10 performances, but he's never really dropped below. He's never dropped below a 6 for me. So I think his overall season rating for me would be a 7. He's been steady rock out there, and yeah, there's been no chance of Hourihane coming into that role. Nakamba, he hasn't given him a sniff. So yeah, John McGinn, ever present, scored a goal. He's got 4 assists. I think, some of those assists, I don't know, maybe being a bit harsh, but 1 or 2 of those assists is kind of, let's say, fortunate to get, but he's been getting himself in a position. But then I know 2 of the assists that he's made for Jack have been really good. So the one that springs to mind is the first goal against Fulham, when he put the nice ball over for Jack, and he got an assist for Jack's 2nd goal against Liverpool, the 7th one. So yeah, McGinn for me scores a 6 out of 10. Reason being, I think his ball performance has been below the level of Douglas Luiz. I think in midfield he has been overshadowed by performances of Barkley and of Grealish, and yeah, I want to see more from him in games, and I'd say the last 3 or 4 games I haven't seen that from him, but he still scores a 6 above average. Henry Lansbury, I've got him down, and I wrote down here that he wears the number 8 for Aston Villa, and he that shirt number needs to get given to somebody else, because that's been a complete waste. And I think right now it's probably just a case of seeing out the contract. And then yeah, cutting ties and him getting himself a club where he can play more football, because yeah, he hasn't featured for Villa. Yeah, cool. We'll move on to Marvelous Nakamba, and yeah, he's only played 2 games for Villa off the bench, so yeah, standard 5 rating for him. Move on now to Conor Hourihane, who start of the season was in the starting lineup, but since Barkley come in hasn't really played much. But yeah, in the 4 games he has played, he's gotten a goal and an assist to his name, and I've been impressed with him sort of when he was in the team, and even the game, the West Ham game. So for me, he gets a 6 out of 10 for me. Who's next? So we'll move on to Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley, he scores an 8 out of 10 for me. He's played 6 games for Villa, scoring 2 goals and got an assist. And yeah, he's really, I said it at the time when we signed him, I was like, cool, this signing now, I think guarantees that we stay in the league. Ross Barkley does that he ensures our safety, because he just takes our squad level up another notch. We're too good to go down. That's what I said, and I think providing he stays fit, providing he can look after himself and we don't have a recurrence of these muscle injuries, which he's always really had throughout his career. There's not been too many seasons where he hasn't picked up 1 or 2 knocks and muscle strains. But yeah, I think we'll be glad when we get him back. It's just take some of that pressure off Jack Grealish, and yeah, Ross scores an 8 out of 10 for me. Top quality signing, top quality real coup for the club. Moving on to the main man, Jack Grealish, ever present 9 games, scoring 5 goals, 5 assists. And yeah, not many players across Europe have got that record, and yeah, it has to be a 10 out of 10. Has to be. He's one of the form players in the league, in the country, across Europe, and yeah, he's setting new heights and new standards for his career and his performance. And yeah, I suppose as Villa fans, we've just got to hope that no big offers coming in January. Is that it for midfielders, I think. Jacob Ramsey, really glad to see him getting in the squads, and he made his debut against Fulham coming off the bench, and yeah, he was on the bench for the West Ham game, replacing, I think, just making up for the fact that Barkley's injured. So yeah, it's good to see that obviously when Hourihane comes into the squad or the first team, that Jacob Ramsey's sort of next in line, it seems. So very good to see, and yeah, he's someone that I've been fond of from a very young age. Proud to see him sort of make his come up into the first team. Moving on to the wing now. For Ramsey, we'll just give him a standard 5 out of 10 because he's only made the 1 sub appearance, so can't really rate him. Trezeguet, cool. So played every game, 9 games. 9 games, works really hard. I've spoke about how impressed with his improvement. And I think before I did a bit of research and looked at some stats, I would have given him a higher rating, but on closer reflection, so cool. He's played 9 games, scored no goals. He's only got 1 assist, and he's actually had the 2nd highest amount of shots for Villa, having 22 shots. And yeah, when you look at the harsh reality of it, cool, you're a winger, you need to be getting goals and assists. Now, I think what's keeping him in the team is his work rate, is his willingness to put in the hard yards to compensate for the fact that, all right, cool, we have Jack on the left side who wanders, who does his thing. So to balance it, you need your workman, you need a hard-working guy on the other side to provide you balance. So yeah, that's what keeps him in the team. But we're not getting too much quality going forward. We're seeing his missing chances. So yeah, Trezeguet scores a 6 out of 10 for me. El Ghazi, he's played 3 games, all off the bench, so just a standard 5 rating for him. Traore, he has played in 7 games, majority of those again being off the bench. He has got 1 assist. He scores a 4 out of 10 for me. I think, yeah, in having 7 appearances, he has had enough of a chance to make more of an impact than he has. But again, you've got to give him a bit of a blight because, yeah, it's his first season in the Premier League. He's new to the country. So, yeah, I'm sure myself and other Villa fans, we will be patient to him. Moving on to the strikers now. Yeah, we've only really got Watkins to talk about, haven't we? So, ever present, 9 games, scoring 6 goals and getting 1 assist. Yep. Watkins' debut season in the Premier League, new to the club, come in with a bit of pressure with the price tag, and he's delivered with 2 hat-tricks against Arsenal and Liverpool. So for me, it's got to be a 9 out of 10. I mean, to score 2 hat-tricks in your first 9 games in the Premier League is no easy thing to do, and not many players have done it. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for Watkins. Yeah, cool. Impressed with him, and looking forward to seeing more of him. I think what's just difficult now is we've left ourselves in the same situation as last year, in that when we had Wesley, it was only him and the pressure was on him just to play every game and score every game. Because yeah, we see Davis, he's only played 1 game. I think he come on off the bench against Sheffield United in the first game of the season. So for me, Davis just scores a 5 out of 10. And then yeah, the only other striker, Wesley, he's coming back to fitness. He hasn't played as yet. No rating for him. But yep, I think he's getting closer and closer, and hopefully in the new year we'll see him. And the only person left to rate now is the manager, Dean Smith. And yeah, 9 games in, sitting 10th in the league. We had a good start. Yeah, can't knock him. We're out of the League Cup, but I suppose for me that's not a top priority of me. It's all about the league. And yeah, Dean Smith, I think what's important also is we haven't, I think at the moment we've got 4 losses in 5, but take that aside, playing wise, we're playing good football. He's got us playing nice stuff, and we've had some very, very good results. And I think for me, Dean Smith gets an 8 out of 10. Really impressed with him. And yeah, looking forward to the rest of the season and what it may bring. Yeah, man, that's just my little reflection on the season so far. We're a quarter of the way in. Never saw us being where we are, where we have been. I think it's been, I was talking to my friend the other day, I think it's been if you look at our form, it's been a bit up and down. So obviously we had the highs of the first 4 or 5 games where we were second in the league, unbeaten, 100% record, and got a few losses, come back down, then we beat Arsenal, come back up, and then it's been one of those seasons. But I think we'd all take this over the struggles that we had last year, and it was just difficult and nervy to watch. Now we're watching games and we're being disappointed because we're not winning when we're playing really well. And yeah, we've come a long way, and long may it continue. Just want to see the players just get a bit more clinical, be a bit more ruthless, and have a bit more of a maybe like a dirtiness about us, and not just take conceding easily. So whether that means we have to foul a bit more, play a bit more smart, go a bit longer with our passes sometimes, but all that will come with more experience and know-how. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Feel free to comment your views if you disagree with anything, or if you agree with me. Be keen to see what you guys think. And yeah, I'll be back with my pre-match video before the next game up the Villa.